Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a breaking story from Southern Africa that has captured global attention. Namibia has just sealed a landmark $20 billion deal with India in the energy resources sector. This isn't just a business agreement. It is a monumental step that could reshape Namibia's economy, redefine India's energy strategy, and send ripples across global energy markets. In this video, we'll dive deep into what this deal is all about, why Namibia's energy resources are becoming the next big thing, why India is betting big on Namibia, how this partnership could transform Africa's role in the global energy map, and what it means for ordinary Namibians, Indians, and the world at large. So grab your seat because this story is nothing short of historic. Namibia is often known for its vast deserts, wildlife, and breathtaking landscapes. But beneath its land lies something even more valuable: untapped energy potential. In the last decade, Namibia has discovered enormous reserves of natural gas, green hydrogen, and offshore oil deposits. Global energy companies like Total Energies and Shell have already made huge investments in Namibian waters, believing the country could soon become one of the top energy producers in Africa. But it's not just fossil fuels. Namibia is positioning itself as the green hydrogen capital of Africa. With its vast land, abundant sun, and strong coastal winds, the country has the perfect conditions to produce renewable energy at a massive scale. For a long time, Namibia's economy has relied heavily on mining uranium, diamonds, and fishing. But now, energy resources are emerging as the game changer. And with India stepping in, Namibia is officially stepping onto the world stage. India is the world's third-largest energy consumer after China and the United States. With a population of over 1.4 billion people and an economy growing at one of the fastest rates globally, India's hunger for energy is insatiable. Currently, India relies heavily on imports of crude oil and natural gas from the Middle East and Russia. But geopolitical tensions, supply chain disruptions, and the global push towards clean energy are forcing India to diversify its energy sources. Namibia, with its strategic location, stable democracy, and massive untapped reserves, is the perfect partner. This $20 billion deal gives India access to offshore oil exploration blocks, natural gas supplies for the next few decades, long-term collaboration on green hydrogen technology. In return, India is bringing in billions of dollars in investment, technology transfer, and infrastructure development. It's a win-win situation where both countries stand to benefit enormously. Let's break it down. The agreement signed between Namibia and India covers multiple layers of cooperation. Oil and gas exploration. Indian companies will invest in offshore drilling in Namibia's coastal regions. New pipelines, refineries, and processing facilities will be built. Green hydrogen development. India will partner with Namibia to build green hydrogen plants powered by solar and wind energy. This will position Namibia as a major global exporter of green hydrogen to Asia and Europe. Infrastructure projects. India has pledged to help Namibia develop energy transport networks, ports, and even renewable energy grids. This infrastructure won't just serve energy, it will benefit the entire Namibian economy. Job creation and skills training. The deal is expected to create tens of thousands of jobs for Namibians. India will also provide scholarships and training programs for Namibian engineers, scientists, and technicians. Strategic partnership. This is not just an economic deal, it's a strategic alliance. Namibia will become one of India's key African partners in energy, and India will gain a secure and long-term energy source. For Namibia, this is nothing short of transformational. Economic growth. A $20 billion inflow of investment could skyrocket Namibia's GDP, making it one of the fastest-growing economies in Africa. Job creation. From oil rigs to solar farms, thousands of new employment opportunities will be created. Infrastructure boom. Roads, ports, and power grids will see rapid development. Technology transfer. Namibia will gain access to India's expertise in renewable energy, refining, and energy storage. Global recognition. Namibia will move from being a relatively small African economy to a major energy player on the global stage. However, challenges remain. Namibia will need to ensure transparency, prevent corruption, and make sure the wealth from this deal benefits ordinary citizens and not just elites. For India, This deal is a strategic masterstroke. Energy security. India reduces its overdependence on the Middle East and Russia. Green energy leadership. By investing in Namibia's hydrogen, India positions itself as a global leader in the clean energy transition. Strengthen ties with Africa. India has been steadily building relationships in Africa, and this deal shows its commitment to a South-South partnership. Economic growth. Access to cheaper and more secure energy supplies will fuel India's industries and economic expansion. This deal is not just about Namibia and India. It has global implications. Africa rising. Africa is no longer just a supplier of raw materials. Deals like this show that African countries can negotiate huge strategic partnerships with global powers. Energy transition. Green hydrogen and renewables are at the heart of this deal, showing how the world is moving towards cleaner energy solutions. Geopolitical shifts. With India stepping up in Africa, traditional powers like China, the US, and Europe will have to rethink their strategies. South-South cooperation. This partnership highlights a new model where developing nations work together without being overly dependent on Western powers. While the deal sounds perfect on paper, it comes with both opportunities and risks. Opportunities. Namibia could become the Qatar of Africa in energy exports. India secures long-term, stable energy supplies. Both nations build stronger diplomatic and trade ties. Challenges. Oil price fluctuations could affect profitability. Environmental concerns. How will Namibia balance fossil fuels with clean energy goals? Ensuring local communities benefit, rather than foreign corporations taking all the profits. Political stability and governance will be critical. If managed properly, however, this deal could become a model for future Africa-Asia cooperation. Already, leaders from both countries have praised the deal. Namibia's officials are calling it the biggest economic breakthrough in their history. Indian leaders are hailing it as a milestone in India-Africa relations. Ordinary citizens also have high hopes. In Namibia, young people are excited about job opportunities. In India, businesses are optimistic about stable energy prices. But there are also cautious voices, urging governments to ensure accountability and fairness. This deal could inspire other African countries. Ghana, Nigeria, Angola, and Mozambique are already major players in oil and gas. Kenya, Morocco, and South Africa are pushing hard into renewable energy. If Africa continues to sign smart, fair deals like this, the continent could finally move from being exploited to becoming a driver of global energy supply. The signing of the deal is only the beginning. What matters now is implementation. How quickly will projects begin? Will Namibia build the necessary infrastructure on time? How will India balance fossil fuels with green energy investments? The answers to these questions will determine whether this deal becomes a true success story or just another missed opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is watching Namibia and India. This $20 billion deal is not just about energy. It's about vision, partnership, and a new chapter in global cooperation. If handled well, it could lift millions out of poverty, bring clean energy to the world, and set an example for how nations can work together for mutual growth. One thing is certain. Namibia is no longer a silent player on the sidelines. It has arrived on the world stage, and India is right there as a partner. And that wraps up today's video on Namibia lands HUG $20 billion deal with India for energy resources. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with others who follow global economic and energy developments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, right here on Eazicho Africa.